Yes, Shalom Habarim. Hello and welcome, friends. We have got it's a double negative lunar unit right now. It all makes absolute sense, right? When you know what is going on and why it's going on, because it is all perfectly systematic. So, knowing that, thank God we can keep operating and win gradually and certainly, right? And that's what we're working on. And so, wow. Think about this. I'm actually turning a situation, actually different things, components that exist in life, and life is good. Different components or things that go on, I'm turning these into a tutorial now. Like, in what appears to be the most difficult part of the journey, okay? Anyone and everyone could benefit from this. Like, when it seems to be the most difficult thing there is, you take a deep breath, say your praises, say your prayers, some practical Kabbalah helps, and you go out there and you wisely maintain a situational overview, you're circumspect, and you gradually, steadily, and safely and certainly push through and keep going. And then you will win. You will win. Because, you see, imagine if, and this is the case right now, it's what I'm talking about, and it's what I'm doing. Imagine if, with everything that's going on, even when it seems to be very difficult in life, by being circumspect and then essentially zooming out and looking at what life cycles you're in right now, and even, very importantly, what the lunar units are right now. As I said when we started this vlog, I said that it's a double negative lunar unit right now. Hence, I'm sitting here and I'm just operating just the right amount here. And, you know, look, to be able to see through life and everything in life and understand why everything is how it is right now, from like the physical, even of how motivated we are, how we feel, our perspective, state of mind, how we feel physically, how much energy or drive or motivation there is. It's all explained by the very simple cycles of life that we are in right now, because the cycles of life that you are in explain everything to you. And now, so what I'm saying is that if you have a clear overview of the time that it is in your life right now, right? You have a clear overview of the life cycles you're in. The daily period of the cycles of life, right? From 142 to 508. It's a G period right now. Good for mechanical, working, prosperous things. It's good for making things work mechanically and systematically and lead to a good operation and a good prosperous and a positive result. So that's exactly what we're actually busy with right now. See, look, when it seems like it's very hard, even physically, you feel fatigued and so on, it can happen. There's actually nothing to worry about, because knowing what we know and knowing what life cycles we're in and being able to look at this life and this heavens and earth plane and this system that the Creator made, and to understand why everything is how it is right now, because of the time it is right now. The fact that even as I speak right now, right, it's a negative short lunar unit of 3 hours. Okay. We're in a 3-hour time frame where about an hour ago and 21 minutes, hold on. There was a high tide, or actually a low one. In any case, we're currently in a negative, so it's a negative time frame where the energy and the vibes that are going through the universe, through yourself, through the world around you, and even making themselves visible as per the activity of the water, the ocean, that actually systematically indicates by the tides and the cycles of the tides to us what is happening, right? It's clearly in a negative, energetically feminine resting state. Hence, I'm actually sitting here vlogging right now, because I have about another 20 minutes of a gap wherein the next activity, the next objective can start to be accomplished in about 30 minutes or so. 35 minutes. And so then, in order to utilize the time that I have in a good and a positive way for myself and all of God's creatures, I decided to start vlogging now and share and actually give you like a real live report from the field here, where I'm operating and it feels very hard. The things that are going on right now, if I were to go into detail, I'll tell you that there are bills due by tomorrow that go into the thousands. Praise the Lord. Okay. And I'm out here and I'm operating, seeking to wisely, legitimately, and kosherly and fitly get it, right? And I'm going to, God willing, no vows, because I know how the universe works. I know what time it is. I know what state the universe is in right now. I know what state it's in for the next hour and 19 minutes. I know what state it's in for the next 3 hours after that, and for the next 3 hours after that, and this goes on and on and on till 144 years. I know everything that's going on that I have to know increasingly about the systematic way that life operates and the cycles of life that I am in, and how they make certain things possible at certain times, and they actually automatically facilitate what there is right now, okay? Like, think about this. You're out there seeking to accomplish legitimate objectives, right? Okay. It really makes a positive difference, and it helps if you can actually stop, zoom out, and look, and even clearly comprehend why everything that is right now is even the way it is right now in the first place, including your complete and total life situation, every parameter, every variable, every objective, everything in the situation, whether in business or personal areas of life or health-wise, etc., right? Even why you feel how you feel, even how motivated you feel, like everything that's going on right now in this divine human life experience is completely and perfectly technically explained simply to us by the fact that we're monitoring the life cycles that we're in, and we know what life cycles we're in, right? And therefore, we know what this time right now is good for. And so we can be creatively, actively accomplishing that what it is the time for right now, that wherefore it is the time, and therefore it's blessed. There's even good things being produced as I speak, even though the situation looks dire. Yet what happens is, this is a certain segment of time where things are a certain way, where you feel a certain way, and having the wisdom and the knowledge to understand how this is and why this is right now, like when it seems difficult during the day or whatever it could be, there's a reason why. It's systematic, it's periodic, and it will pass very soon, and things will be able to be changed miraculously very rapidly. Because here's what happens. It doesn't matter what it is. Whenever it really seems difficult in life, there's a reason why. It's because of the time that it is where you as a human being, like I myself, am in about, so the current existing time, this moment right now, right? The way life, reality, how we feel, how healthy we are, how wealthy we are, how happy we are, how optimistic, and vice versa, all this. Like everything that's going on is automatically facilitated and made thus and explained by the life cycles that we're in right now. The life cycles that are going on in our life right now. And this is the case for every human being uniquely, because each and every person is living and has a simple overall period of human life from 0 to 144 years, and the system is the same for every human being everywhere. The parameters of what can be achieved, the providence, it's all equally distributed. It actually is. Yet, what's going on is that everybody's life cycles are a tiny bit different. Like, if you were born at the exact same second as me, you'd be really close to me in the life cycles. You'd feel the exact same way I feel right now. You'd have almost the exact same situation that I have right now. When it was a high point, you'd have a high point too, because you're almost on the same timing, okay? But I'm saying this because one has to understand that. So the reason why everything is how it is, like no matter what it is in life, whether positive or negative, it's all simply explained by the life cycles that you're in, and also the polarity of what's going on, like how much positivity you feel and have in your psyche and your feelings and even your physical state. Like, you know, some days you just get up and you're happy, you feel really strong, you go out there, you're successful. Other days you feel like, okay, this is all because of the life cycles that are going on. So like, how do we explain this? During the negative units, right now there are negative units going on. And they're also good for certain things. And they're going on right now. The negative lunar unit of 3 hours, right? It reaches till about 7:12 here later, and it's like, so it's 5:46. So we've got another, like an hour and a half approximately of a negative short lunar unit that's already making. So what it's doing is that it's making it so that, well, the energy that's immediately prevailing in this area where I am, based on the proximity to, or being able to calculate out the tides astronomically for here, it shows us that there's basically it's a negative lunar unit. There had been a low tide like 2 hours ago. So this remaining hour and a half or so is negative energetically. It's resting. That's the vibe, that's the feeling, right? The polarity is like negative. So what this resembles on the physical level is like you're sitting here taking it easy for a second and planning as best you can and seeking to keep it together and steadily move forward, and it's very slow, right? That's how I feel right now. Well, the good thing is that I know exactly why everything is how it is right now and why I feel how I feel, why I feel like sitting here instead of walking up this hill, and I should start walking soon, right? And so on and so forth, right? So it's all explained. Now, knowing why it seems hard and knowing how long it's going to be that way and that it will pass, it gives you insurance, because that way you know, okay, look, you don't have to worry about anything. In an hour and a half from now, things are going to be easier. Everything is going to be easier. And hey, tomorrow, we enter into a 3.5 day positive long lunar unit. And then for 3.5 days, things are going to be supported by a generally positive current for 3.5 days straight. And there's going to be positive short lunar units of 3 hours within the next 3.5 days over and over. And there's going to be a lot of positive increase that goes on. Yet at this moment right now, things are like close to being stalled. And look, understanding this and knowing, it's like knowing why everything in your life is how it is right now, how to make the best of it, how long it's going to be a certain way, and when it will get better and pass. That really gives you a good advantage. And this is real. This is real life science that I'm talking about. This is true science, okay? That having been said, think about this fact, okay? Remember this fact, that when it starts to feel like it's getting impossible, whatever it is in your human life experience, don't worry, because if you monitor the cycles of life and you look at them, you will see exactly why things are feeling how they are. And that too is something that we can have a grip on with mastery. Like, I'm talking about a system in the universe that the Creator put in place that keeps operating perfectly as long as God wills, okay? In every human life even, right? Yet, we also have the ability through free will and making wise decisions that we can even master the most difficult things and turn them into like an expedient, sort of a positive thing. Because, see, when things are difficult, my friends, they're not difficult for nothing, so to say. It's not for no reason, so to say. It's because that's a time when there's little amounts of energy available compared to other times. So then you rest at those times. And then when there's energy available, you're active. And so you're it's like you're moving in harmony with, living in harmony with the cycles of life, and your level of prosperity is continuously, permanently very high, and you're not met with resistance, you're not met with any problems, generally speaking, because you're sort of in synchronicity with the ideal pattern of movement or rhythm, and everything is moving perfectly, and you're part of how everything is moving perfectly, and it's the best that it can be for you. This is like living as a master of your life and destiny. So basically, when it really feels like it's getting hard, and it's really hard to keep going through the day, to keep accomplishing your objectives, right? Hold on, pause, look at the life cycles you're in. I know the life cycles I'm in. I know why everything is how it is right now, and I know when it will be over. And I also know what the best things are that I can do right now to still make the best of it and to benefit. And at this point, it's a vlog, right? So hopefully this will be a good guiding, instructing tutorial for humanity out there to benefit and to make it in the best way possible.